Good morning, everyone. This is very weird for me to be saying hello by myself, but that's because our special guest today is the co-host and the woman who was behind the scenes, our puppet master. But before we get to that, I have to bring out today's very special co-host, Christina Davis. Are you here? There you are! Yay!
I was told I needed to dance at the beginning of this.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm doing very well today. I actually have some house guests, so that's been a little exciting. My niece is in from Arizona, and my sister came over as well. So it's been a crazy week for us here at the Malorvis household.
That's always fun, though, right? Fun, crazy fun.
Oh yes, so much
Okay.
fun. So much
Awesome.
fun. How are
So
you doing?
I'm doing well. I am waking up very slowly. I've been told I seem energized, so I guess my caffeine is kicking in. I will take that.
Yes.
How are things going at the chamber? I'm so happy you're here. This is awesome.
Oh, well, it's nice to see you. Things are going great at the chamber. We have lots and lots of exciting things planned. We had a meeting yesterday about a new event that we're doing called the State of Healthcare, with some great industry leaders talking about what the future of healthcare looks post-pandemic, as well as we're going to be launching a Leadership Academy 3.0 in May.
Wow.
Our Power Professionals, which is intended for our job seekers. We have great programming through two of our members, Scott Woodhill and Sheila Miller Nelson, and they have a organization called Leaderverse, and so we'll be doing that. And so there's a lot of really exciting things coming down the pipeline, and we're just ready to kick them off and get people back to business and in full recovery mode.
I wish you guys I'm glad to see you're finally doing things. I mean, you've been just so lackluster all year, just lollygagging about. No, this is awesome. You guys have been everybody who knows me or has watched this show knows we've raved ad nauseum about how much the chamber has done to keep us all connected for the past year. And so thank you guys for that. But it's just so many programs. I mean, and it's something for everybody. And it's just a great way to keep the community going as well as business and kind of have these two things merging together. So it's really awesome.
Thank you, Joel. Well, it's all about our partnerships, which, speaking of partnerships, we have a wonderful partnership and our guest today.
I know. Go ahead. Go
Well,
ahead.
we have the wonderful women of SheTV Media, Meredith and Natalie, joining us.
Now,
And go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
I was just going to say, for anybody who's not aware, we all know Meredith. Say hello, Meredith.
Hello. How's everyone doing?
But we have Natalie, who does not want to be in front of the camera. So she's going to work her way through this, but she's been our puppet master for the past few months as we've been getting this whole thing going. So who's doing all the commenting for us, letting us know what's going on, starting and stopping the show, and keeping us on track, sort of.
Putting that funky music on it, that little funky spin.
Yeah, that's a new addition. Finally, we got our theme song.
Now I'm going to have new edition songs stuck in my head all day. Thank you so much. I have Indie Girl running through my head. That's awesome.
You're welcome.
I thank you guys both for joining us. When we think about guests for Binge Live, we just thought having you to talk about what you do and sort of the pivots that you've had since the beginning of the pandemic and how involved you are and all the exciting projects that you're working on. We thought what a great opportunity to share your story with our guests.
And Women's History Month. So this is actually perfect, and we get to put them on the spot. So this is going to be even more entertaining. So I guess we need to start with how this whole love story with the two of you began.
Well, first, we just want to clarify that it's a business love story. Okay. We are business partners. It's funny enough, a lot of times that gets confused. But yeah, Meredith, do you want to
start us off? So once upon a time, Natalie and I went to the beautiful castle on a hill of Loyola Marymount University. And that's actually where we met. We both kind of transferred in or added on into the film school. Natalie was my boss at the gym. And we were involved in a couple other clubs together, but really it was in the documentary filmmaking program when we went abroad to Bonn, Germany, that we had the real working experience together. Natalie helped film my thesis, and it was a guacumentary, Avo Vita Zen, because of my obsession with guacamole. I'll send y'all the link later. It's on our website. But that was our first kind of experience, really like working together in a creative regard, like creating film, running gun, kind of shooting. And Natalie did amazing work. And that was kind of the beginning of it, I guess.
Okay, so I'm just going to backtrack here for a minute. So Natalie, when you heard this was going to be a guacumentary, what did you automatically go, this is the person I need to go into business with right here? Like, was that what
you
did
had
it?
me at avocado?
Well, Meredith does make some bomb guacamole. So I was like, a guacumentary, aka like traveling Germany, going to different like Mexican restaurants, which is really fascinating because most of the Mexican restaurants in Germany were in fact like Indian restaurants. We were like, this is not Mexican. There was a place called Tacos and they didn't even sell tacos. So it was very interesting. We learned a lot, but it was really fun. I mean, just traveling and going and eating at different places and faking some very melodramatic scenes were, you know, it was just really fun.
I know what I'm going to be watching on Friday night.
Although all the talk of guacamole reminds me of Tony P. Like, where's the delivery so we could be sampling this bomb guac?
That's true.
There's actually a how-to in the documentary, so
the surprises continue. I love this.
yes.
Special treats for our guests.
I don't cook, so that's not going to work.
Guacamole technically isn't cooking.
Yeah,
It's just mixing.
mashing a bunch of things together.
Let me rephrase. I don't food prepare unless I can like open it and warm it. Like that's really better for everybody that way, I think.
Well,
I think you should flex your food preparation muscles and try. Yeah. Since Meredith is your co-host, you should at least try. Or maybe Bill can try it for you.
I'm just like, do you? Is that really?
You'll see how easy it is, and you'll be like, no problem. Mm-hmm. I could do that.
Okay.
Just give him a margarita. That's all he wants.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Maybe not at 10 o'clock in the morning, but that's okay. So we started with the guacumentary. Like that was your first taste. See what I did there? Of y'all working together. And then how did this whole blossom into SheTV media? Because obviously you didn't just go from that to that. What was the process here?
Yes, there were years in between. And those years, once we graduated, we went our own ways. We worked in the industry in our own different aspects, and Meredith moved down to Austin for a short time. And so we had always just kind of remained like connected as friends and just keeping in touch and seeing how each other are doing. And then she came back to California and she was like, hey, Natalie, I'm back in town. Like, please come over. I have something exciting to show you. So I was like, cool, like we'll just hang out as friends, whatever. And I show up and she had like a PowerPoint presentation, like prepared, and she was like dressed nicely and she was like, sit down. No, I'm just kidding. She was like, take a seat. I have something to tell you. I want to pitch you this idea. And so she pitched the idea of SheTV Media to me. And I was like, I love this. Yes. It worked out perfectly in like both of our, a lot of our friends who were freelance creatives with us had gotten their own jobs. And so we were kind of like in this waiting period of like, do we get a full-time job somewhere or do we start something on our own? And so for me personally, this came at the perfect time. And I was like, yes. And she was like, don't say anything. Just like go home, think about it. And I was like, okay, but yes, but okay. So I went home. I actually made a yes and PowerPoint presentation, which was like everything you said. And here are some things that I would imagine in a company and how we can kind of go about this. And so then she was like, yep. And then that day we bought the website domain, we got all the social media, and we were like, okay, this is it. And that was January of 2018. So
I love this story.
That's perfect.
Meredith, and I love the idea that you came over with a PowerPoint presentation. You're my kind of girl. That's exactly what I would do.
We love our PowerPoints. Natalie made her own. We are very much like, if you put effort into an idea, you better have like it in a nice package.
Yeah. You should ask my daughter when I do PowerPoints about the chores that she must do.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. I don't do that. That's weird.
I was going to say, that's a new one.
Yes, she does. She actually has a whiteboard and a laser pointer instead.
That's how we're going to be celebrating the holidays. Here's our itinerary for our vacation.
I'm a fan.
That's hysterical. So PowerPoint is really kind of really brought you guys together. I mean, I think you should, that could be like a Hallmark movie based on like, I think that could be.
I think they should like sponsor us for the amount of times we've told this story and promoted PowerPoint.
Bill Gates, if you're watching, just saying.
Yeah.
We're right here for you.
We're right here. You heard it here first.
So you formed 4 years ago. It was 4 years.
3. And
you guys have really it's taking off. I mean, you just did your SBE through the chamber. We're tying all this together here. So you've gotten this together now. I mean, you've got the competition that you're asking people to vote for online, which we're going to get to that in a minute. But in 4 years, did you imagine that it was going to start taking off as fast as it did? Because you guys have done a lot, and it's from the shows to the commercials to everything that you got your hand in. Did you have any idea that it would grow?
It's 3 years, right? You're even giving them an extra year.
We're like, check back in with us, see what we've done.
Math is hard. That's all I'll say. But I mean, did you anticipate that in 3 years that you would be doing so much so fast?
I actually think, Natalie, correct me if I'm wrong, we are both very ambitious people. Obviously, we like to be on top of everything, and we're just like, go, 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 go. So I think for us, it's kind of hard. I don't know if I had in my mind like where we would be or what we would be, but I feel like every time we're like, we're not there yet. Like keep going. What's the next thing? But yeah, we have accomplished a lot, and we are getting better at reflecting and like taking a beat and be like, look at all the stuff we have created, and look at what we've accomplished in such a short period of time.
Yeah, that's important to celebrate those successes, because it's really hard to think about all the things that you haven't done, but there's just so much to celebrate. Just in watching you guys grow over the last 2 years. That's how long you've been involved in the chamber, how much you've been able to accomplish. And I love watching these 2 amazing female business owners succeed. So I think that we need to talk about this Fedex contest that you're in.
Natalie, take it away.
Okay. So we actually have 2 contests that are open right now that we're very excited about, and we need your votes. So we applied for this Fedex small business grant, and they're doing it in a form where if you get accepted, then you're in the running, and you basically need people's votes. So it's, what did you say, Meredith? Like half a popularity contest, half of your business needs the money contest. And so we're like trying to get people's votes. And the prizes, the first prize is $50,000. The second prize is $30,000. And the third prize is $15,000. We will take any of them. So, and our goal is that we'll be able to use the money towards really developing our streaming platform, which is something that we've wanted to do as a business. So just a quick shout out, that's it for now, is called SheTV Go. And it will be eventually a platform that is like a safe space and a promoting place to empower women and people of color and minorities, and basically just to be this this amazing place to showcase untold and authentic stories. So that's really what we want to do with this. Joel,
I had no idea that you guys were going for the full streaming platform. I mean, that's massive.
Well, we're in development obviously right now, and so we're trying to stay on top of trends. We don't know what streaming services are going to look like in 5 to 10 years, so we're trying to stay on top of like how can we make this evergreen and something that's not just good right now, but that's good for the future as well. So we have lots of ideas and exciting plans to come with that. But for now, the biggest thing is that we could use this grant. So I will go ahead and drop the link to donate in the chat.
And you can donate once every 24 hours, or not
Yes.
donate, vote. Sorry.
Or vote, yes.
Vote every 24 hours. So the link is going to be up there in the chat. Everybody, put in your calendar every 24 hours, vote.
Yes, until March 24th.
Yes.
Okay, so
March 24th.
that's not that hard. I mean, that's a couple weeks out. I think people can do that.
It's super easy. You can do it in 10 seconds. All you do is click on the link, put in your email address, and click vote. Or you could put in all 10 of your email addresses and click vote.
I did it. You're right. It was very easy to do, and I will be doing it again later today. And I just so you said 2 contests. What's the other contest?
The second contest is the International Songwriting Competition, and actually one of, I guess you could call it our theme song of our web series, The Madams. The song is called The Madams, and it's written and sung by Kia Noster and Lars Hempel, and they're amazingly talented, and we worked with them in our music composition needs, and they're just phenomenal, and they're up for this huge competition for the song, and it's going to be reviewed by some very well-known celebrities. So that's the second competition.
Like, the judges include Dua Lipa, Coldplay, BB Rexa. It's put on by Capitol Records and a bunch of other really big music organizations out there. So it's very exciting that they're going to hear something that could potentially help also elevate this web series that we've produced.
I love it. That's so awesome.
That's wild. That's absolutely wild.
It's a great song too. It'll get stuck in your head in a good way. It's, you know, it's a good one. Joel, you'll like it for your morning motivation music. It's a good one to add to your playlist.
Is it on Spotify?
I think so. I'm pretty sure because Kia is on Spotify. I'll find it and put it in the chat. Okay. We also produced a music video for it, and it's pretty bomb. We're really excited about it.
So I mean,
these ladies are just they don't do anything. They just sit on their hands all day long.
You know what's going to be great is that, I imagine probably in the next year and a half, we're going to be able to be like, oh, we knew them before they would, once they stop talking to us, that's when we know that they've made it like really big but we'll be the ones that back and go, oh, we knew them beforehand, but fame that just went to them. No, I'm like, we're so proud of you guys. Like, it's not even funny because you're still babies.
And I love how you infuse that social justice and really into your business model. And I think that's so wonderful, empowering women and the diversity, equity, inclusion. I just think that's so amazing. And I really want to congratulate you. I know that you guys are also certified as women business owners through the SBE program that you took through the chamber. So thank you. We're so glad that you took the program. We're so glad that we are able to offer something like that. So what did you think of it? Why should someone do that course?
Okay, well, first of all, when you hear SBE certifications, it seems like this very daunting task because there are so many different ways that you can be certified in so many different counties and so many different things, and it gets kind of overwhelming. But the chamber has this wonderful, wonderful program, and Jack Acholo is like the best. Hi, Jack, if you're watching. He he made it so easy to follow along, and he was so helpful and walked us through like every step of the process and made sure that we were applying to the ones that would benefit us most. And I think that's the thing is when you're like, oh, I need to be certified in all these things. It's like, well, okay, let's take a step back. What's going to be like your next move? Who are you targeting? What organizations do you want to work with? And like approach it from that standpoint. And once we did that, it was really amazing. And we had a very positive experience. So we would recommend anyone that wants to do it. It's just another level of credibility, and it opens up the opportunity to work with, some local community organizations and LAPD, fire department, people that you maybe not would consider initially, partnering with or doing something, but it really just kind of opens the door that you can work with them and see how you can help locally. And that's what it's all about.
I love it. Thank you.
What's so funny is that normally we ask, like, so what's your involvement with the chamber? And I mean, it's pretty awesome what everybody coming together has been able to do. I mean, you guys join the chamber. Nobody knows what's going to happen once you join the chamber. And everybody that I speak to as well, I'm always telling them it's up to you because it's a great organization. There's so much there for you to get from it. But if you don't show up, you're not going to get anything. It is what it is. So to see how everybody's able to come together and talking to Christina and Chad and Kelly and Judith, and everybody's there to support everybody. And so for them to bring these programs to you guys and then to see the members taking advantage of it, it just opens up so many doors for everybody. So like this, you guys are like the shining example of what the chamber can do for you and how you can take advantage of it. I think it's a wonderful thing.
Just to
Synergy.
piggyback on that a little bit is just, I really am truly so proud of you two ladies and everything that you've been able to accomplish. I feel so blessed that we've had the opportunity to work together, and really your successes are our successes too. So it's just so nice to have this sort of family atmosphere, this greater family atmosphere, this community. So I appreciate it. So I wanted to ask you, how has your business changed during this pandemic? When we first met, we were all going in a very different direction, and then the pandemic hit, and I've been so worried about so many different industries. So what have you done to really change and adapt to what's going on?
Yeah, I just want to start off by saying that last year around this time, it was really tough for us. We struggled. We had our midlife crises of, what are we doing? Like, what career are we in? And it was tough. And I think a lot of people went through that too. And so I just want to recognize and put that out there that it was a struggle. And something that we decided to do early on was hire a business coach. And it was kind of one of those things where it's like all or nothing, like she was definitely an investment financially, and we didn't know what we were going to do. At the time, we had been in a lot of doing a lot of events, so we would go to like conferences or galas or just annual get-togethers and either produce content for the event, or we would go and actually capture the event and do like full recording and highlights, stuff that they can use for promotion. And so at the beginning of last year, everything canceled. All of our jobs for the rest of the year canceled. And so that was really tough for us. And we didn't know what we were going to do, but we hired this business coach, and she really helped us kind of believe in ourselves again. And just, she didn't take no for an answer. We also don't take no for an answer, but, she just really was like this third outside person who was like, okay, you got this, and those prices, double them, like, let's just keep growing. And we were very fortunate that we were able to pivot, and we started creating virtual events early on. And so a lot of the companies and organizations that we had originally partnered with for in-person events, we kind of learned together how to make them virtual. And whether they were fully virtual and they were pre-recorded, or whether we did a lot of consulting too with people on how to film at home on their own, and then they would send us their footage and we would put it together. But we very fortunately, we are so grateful that we actually grew last year more than we ever had in the past. And so we are still going strong. We're still doing lots of virtual events this year. A lot of them are reoccurring. So they're the companies and organizations that we helped out last year. Now we're doing their 2021 events. So that's kind of how we pivoted.
Literally every opportunity, every grant, every anything, we were like, if we're doing this, we're doing this. We're not gonna lay down and just take it. Like, we're gonna really put our whole effort into building this business and making sure that we survive and that we can continue on. And just to echo what Natalie said, like, we're very grateful for the chamber and for, you paired us up with SBDC and all of these resources. And I think that the timing was kind of uncanny, because it was like, we had heard like whisperings about this stuff. And then it's like, as soon as everything shut down, it was like, oh my gosh, okay, we know we have these resources coming in. We know who we can ask about the PPP. We know we can ask people about IDLE. We can like figure out what resources are available to us. And that would have been like huge for us to do on our own. And so definitely just want to say thank you again, because it is like the chamber that, also plays such a huge part in making sure that we know what's out there, because you don't know what you don't know. So it's just like been really helpful for us.
I think that kind of highlights one of the biggest takeaways of this whole past year was that everybody had a chance to honestly stop, because, well, first of all, you had no choice, but everybody was able to stop, but you actually kind of took it and were able to spin that in a way to just not stop and be like, what do I do? But to really focus on how to grow your business. Because had we not had this shutdown, who knows if you would be where you at, because you would have been doing other things versus looking at this. So
yeah. I feel like it raised the stakes
Yeah.
for us, for sure. And there was things like before COVID, like personally, I was against loans. I was like, there's no way we're going to borrow money without having the money. And then, you know, once the pandemic came, that was something that we were immediately like, okay, you know, like we're more open to this. And I think stuff like that made us better, because now it's like that mental commitment of knowing that we're in this and we have 30 years to pay this thing off, you know, so we'll pay it off before, but
you'll be 50 by that point. So I mean,
yeah, I was like, so we're in business for the long haul, Meredith. That's what we're saying.
Well, you should make another PowerPoint presentation about that. I think that would be really good, and share it with everybody. So I think it's time. We've done the tough questions. Well, now we're getting into the rough stuff. So,
I feel like I could talk to you guys forever, though.
No, this has been really cool because I've learned. I mean, we all know each other, but this has been really great to really delve into your business and the backstory behind it. I think that's fascinating, and I'm so proud of you guys. I just am. I feel like a papa. But anyway.
All right. Are we ready for the rapid fire round?
Ooh,
I'm channeling my inner Meredith right now.
I love it.
This is going to be a little different because this is the first time we've had two special guests on the show. So you can both answer it, I suppose. So you have 3 seconds to answer the following question.
Meredith, you can answer first.
Okay. Dog or cat person?
Dog, for sure.
Dog.
Okay. Double dog. Favorite cocktail?
Topo Chico margarita.
Oh, mojitos.
Mm. Oh, those are good.
Favorite type of music?
Oldies.
Hip pop.
Joel hated that.
No, because I'm scared to know what her definition of oldies is.
1980.
Yeah.
1980. Totally. All right. What is your favorite word? I want to preface this by saying this is a PG show. So
Happy.
Bamboozled.
Oh,
Nice.
Because it's so fun to say.
It really
That
is
was a good
bamboozled. Mountains or beach?
Beach.
mountains.
This is one of my favorite questions that Meredith asks. When you dance, you look like...
A lot of
You
this.
look like an octopus. That's what this is.
With original dancer, I guess.
And the last question I'm going to ask you, what are you most proud of in your business?
Go ahead, Natalie.
I would say like our partnership together.
I would agree. That makes me want to cry. I would agree. I think too, just like our perseverance. I think we're very much like, we're going to do it. We're going to figure a way. And I think that hopefully we just keep bringing that in because, you know, that's who knows what's ahead of us.
Well, that is all for my rapid fire. It was absolutely wonderful spending the time with you. Let me put my fake microphone down, actually. It's been so nice getting to know you even deeper. And I just really want you to know how much we appreciate your partnership in everything that you do. So I'm incredibly proud of you too. And I know that this is just the beginning of SheTV Media.
Big time. So we want to remind everybody, vote. The websites are in the chat. Vote every day.
Every day.
Yeah. And what's the best way for people to get a hold of you?
They can go and look at our website, shetvmedia.com or shetv.me. You can send us an email, info@shetv.me. We're on social media, SheTV Media, also on LinkedIn, pretty active there. Did I miss anything now?
No, I think that's Facebook. SheTV Media. We're just SheTV Media across the board. And also really quick to touch on why we have 2 websites, because we did actually get the domain shetvmedia.com like just a few weeks. It was a whole story. So we're very excited about that, but we need technically to have it for 60 days before it can be our official website or something like that. So anyways, that's why we have it redirecting right now to our shetv.me, but hopefully that will, be our go-to in the future.
Well, I wanted to say thank you for you both. Well, first of all, Meredith, this has been awesome because normally we're doing this together. We're ganging up on people to berate them with the questions and fun. But thank you for sitting in the hot seat today. And Natalie, thank you for gracing us with your presence. I know.
And Natalie, you are awesome. You should be in front of the camera all the time. That's just, no.
Thank you.
It's
You
amazing.
were wonderful.
This was fantastic, guys. So thank you so much for doing this. And this was really cool. It was great to learn more about SheTV and the both of you, and your partnership. It's awesome. It's really great to see. I mean, you guys are just two great people. So I know I'm very fortunate to know you. So yay.
Oh,
Thank you.
no, we appreciate you so much, and thank you, and Christina too. Thank you for having us create and run with Binge Live too. That had been something that we look forward to, especially in the uncertainty. And I think that was definitely like something we enjoy. So thanks for letting us express ourselves that way.
I love it. Thank you so much.
And I think that does it. Christina, thank you so much for filling in and doing this today.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
And next week, I want to tell everybody to tune in, same time. As always, 10 a.m. on Friday morning. Our special guest will be Stephanie Sampson from LAWA, from the Communications Director for the LAX Development Projects, to be exact. So again, thank you guys for doing this. Christina, great to see you as always.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day, everybody, and a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.